Welcome to Underground Sports Talk. I'm Alex.
I'm Jordan.
And then we have a wonderful guest with us. We have Chris, a lifelong Bears fan. Is it lifelong or is it?
Yeah, like ever since I started watching football, yeah. It was after the Bears Super Bowl in '85. I think it was '88 I started watching football.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
It was a perfect time for you to start being a Bears fan. Unfortunately, it didn't go as well after that.
Such is the life of a Chicago sports fan then, huh?
Yeah, I suppose, man.
I mean, the Cubs, and then,
Bulls had the 90s, though.
yeah. It's hard not to win when you have Michael Jordan.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So they did have the 90s. And right now, it looks like the Bears are kind of on a run and looking to bring back the rivalry, make it a little bit more interesting, and contend for the Lombardi Trophy. So, I mean, that's kind of how it looks. The hype is there. The hype is there, and it's a possibility. How do you feel about how they are right now and how they're looking and the hype around the Bears right now?
Is there hype around the Bears?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess you might not see it on social media as much, but on the national, sports talk shows or whatever. But social media,
we just went into Philadelphia and beat them, and yet we're still an underdog going into Green Bay.
Yeah, 6-point underdog. That's crazy.
I mean, that isn't. I mean, that's not a lot, but at the same time, it's disrespectful. Yeah. It's the Packers have a tie. That's just ugly. I mean,
that's true. That was an ugly tie. I'll give you that for sure.
I mean,
they say about ties, it's like kissing your stepsister. So I've never experienced that.
Not really good.
Sister, but is it real? I don't know.
I was thinking about it, and it's like if you had a dog and it won the ugliest dog contest. Yeah, it won the contest, but it's still an ugly dog.
Right. That's true. That's true.
That's true. I mean, it is what people are starting to talk about the Cowboys now too. They're starting to look good.
Mm-hmm.
They're starting to look a lot better than the Eagles. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And I think watching that game when I was watching the Bears, hopefully I did want them to lose, but they didn't. So, but I was watching that game and I was just thinking, man, how did the Packers lose to this team? So, like you said, and now you guys are 6-point underdogs, and we did lose to them, and you guys beat them. So I can see where you're coming from there for sure.
But that's the other thing too. It's like there's not it's funny because there's not enough buzz, I don't think, but at the same time, I kind of prefer it that way because you got other teams there. We're the number one seed on our side.
Mm-hmm.
And you got teams out there who are lighting it up, but we're getting the job done too. It's like we handled the games that we were supposed to handle, and we won, some games that we weren't supposed to win.
Mm-hmm.
It just comes down to what team shows up on Sunday or whatever, at kickoff, whatever team shows up that week, that's the team you've got to face. And we were able to face some teams like, the Eagles, where we were able to do some things against them that other people hadn't. I mean, interception. He had only thrown one interception. So that was another big one.
No, that's huge. Yeah, I think, that's why I was so surprised, because I don't know if there was ever a time when this late in the year when a number one seed is facing, I think we're 6 right now, that seed in the playoff picture, and it's they're a 6-point underdog.
Mm-hmm.
That surprised me. We were talking about that when we were talking about the preview to the game. And yeah, you're right. You can only beat whoever's on your schedule. You guys did get to face a few backup quarterbacks. But I would say the difference between our records, the Packers and Bears, is you guys handled business against the teams you were supposed to, and we didn't. So we lost to the Browns, tied the Cowboys, lost to the Carolina Panthers, and those are all games that I'm sure the Packers wish they had back there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are just games where you could just see they they let themselves get caught off guard. It was like almost like it's not even getting caught off guard. They let themselves get caught off guard.
Mhm.
You know, it sucks. But how I feel about the Packers right now, I feel like they're hot right now as well, having just come and beaten the Lions. So I like I said, I respect the lifelong Bears fans who have stuck through it all, and congratulations to right now, because I think they are good, and I think this is going to be a great game. I think like right now, and it's exciting because it's going to be a great game. Finally, it's not going into it like, oh, we're going to beat them. If we don't, it's a fluke. It's going to be a competitive game.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to ask you, Chris, is how this is kind of weird that we're going into this game, and at least as far as I can remember, this is probably the first time where the Packers defense is better than the Bears defense. We're used to you guys having the best defense. What do you think about that?
So it's funny because you say that like there's like this huge gap though.
Pretty good.
No. I'm not discounting your guys' defense, because you guys got players everywhere, and all of them are fast, and all of them can play physical. But then you look at the Bears defense, and they're the top in takeaways. They're the top, I think I saw a stat where they've scored 80 points off of those turnovers. And that's a lot of points
Yeah.
that defense sets up. And so I feel like you guys have a top 5 defense?
Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
top 3, I think.
Yeah, we're ranked number 4 right now.
Okay. So number 4. So you have that, and that's a body of work.
Yeah.
I feel like the Bears have a really good situational defense. That defense that bends but doesn't break, that comes up with that big play, that big fumble recovery, the interception, whatever, or even if we take it a step further, a punt return or a kickoff return that puts you, at the 40, and then Caleb only has, 40 yards to go to put you in field goal position to win a game.
Yeah. Yep.
So I feel like they have a big situation defense and special teams.
No, that's big.
Making those big plays for sure.
Yeah, because that can hide a lot of flaws. Like you said, bend but don't break. But that kind of reminds me of the 2010 Packers defense. We gave up points, but we also were getting interceptions, return for touchdowns, things like that throughout the whole season and the playoffs. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure you remember B.J. Raji getting a defensive touchdown in the championship.
Big man rumble. Another thing about the takeaways, the defense is only getting healthier. We and that's something that they always say. But if you think about it, last week was the first time we saw Kyler Gordon, first time we saw Jalen Johnson, and those are our starting, Pro Bowl cornerbacks. If it wasn't last year, it was the year before that both of those guys made the Pro Bowl. You got Tyreek Stevenson, who's working his way back. He's back with the team now. He was rehabbing. But you've got the leading tackler went out, and now you've got your 4th or 5th string linebackers in there, because even your draft picks got hurt. And so you're pulling anybody who's got any familiarity with Dennis, who's it? You got with the defensive coordinator. You've got anybody who's played in his scheme is on speed dial now.
Yeah,
absolutely. I think those injuries do play a lot into it. I've heard a lot of Bears fans mention those. So I definitely. I don't know. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see when they get healthy, especially here later on in the year. But yeah, and then it is just crazy though, seeing how the Packers defense jumped with the Jeff Hafley coming in defensive coordinator, and Micah Parsons obviously. Just making that move that we just don't do. But with that trade. So it's very exciting, and I
Matt
think
Matt LaFleur like signaled a change in Green Bay with how they're going to approach their decision making. Whether it be on the field or off the field, they're going to be aggressive, and if they see something that they need, they're going to go get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
definitely.
They've been pretty aggressive in free agency. 2 years ago, we got Josh Jacobs and Xavier McKinney, both players that were going into their prime. I think that's another thing. They're not looking to get the older stars. That's kind of what Green Bay did in the past with our Ted Thompson as our GM. But now we're going after that fit our scheme. We're still the youngest team in the league, and it's pretty crazy because a lot of our players have at least 3 playoff games under their belt too. So feeling pretty confident in the team this year. I think we'll be able to host that trophy for sure.
Well,
I think it's going to come through Chicago, but okay. Yeah, I mean,
Hey, just like in 2010, we don't mind going to Chicago.
Yeah, it's not like the weather's going to bother you.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Not at all. Can't wait till you guys get your dome too. Make it a little easier on us when we have to travel over there.
Yeah.
But so that's supposed to be coming soon. What do you know anything about that?
So I haven't heard much about it lately, but the last thing I heard that I really liked is if they do put it out in what is it, Arlington, it's an easier train ride down.
Oh yeah.
They will drop you right at the stadium, as opposed to having to get down there, then hop on a bus over, and then take the bus back, and then a train ride. You can just hop right on the train, and it'll take you all the way up, and you can pick it up in like Harvard or right there on the other side. And I think that would be a big feature for some of the Bears fans trapped north of the border.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Have you been to a Bears game?
Yeah, Morgan and I went a couple years back. It was an experience. It was a good time. We were way up in the top corner, and you could look over the railing and see the lake behind you. It was yeah. They ended up losing. It was the day that I realized Trubisky was not the man. He underthrew a couple guys, and I just kept telling myself that he's not fast enough. Like mentally, he's not fast enough.
Yeah.
And there's something to it. I mean, you can run a quick 40, but mentally you got to be quicker than that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, I think, and then you guys noticed that with Fields too, but that Chicago, I've never been to Soldier Field, but that sounds like a mission. Like you go to Lambeau, you just need to find parking, and you're right there at the stadium already. Like as long as you get some parking, pay $20, someone's parking lot or someone's driveway.
Yeah,
that's awesome. You can just walk over there. That sounds like a mission to get to a Bears game right now. But yeah, if they move it over there, that'll be a lot better.
Yeah. It is. It's a train, it's a bus. I mean, you go past the airport too. I mean, it's planes, trains, and automobiles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Shout out to those Bears fans who make all those games and all those tough years.
Yeah.
Well, you see them all out there without any shirts on. They can't afford shirts. It's not because they're tough. They can't afford the shirts anymore. They had to sell them for the tickets.
Yeah.
Or they burnt them. They burnt the jerseys.
Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, I remember the Cutler bonfire.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Cutler was awesome. I love Cutler. He's one of my favorites.
He loved us too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
So
he did.
Probably I think the last question I have is what made you a Bears fan? Because obviously I'm a Packer fan, so I don't understand anything about being a Bears fan. What made what went through your mind and your process there of becoming a Bears fan?
Spite. It was pure spite.
Okay. I got
you. As you guys know, everybody else in our family is Packer fans, and my stepdad, he was also a Packer fan, and when I started watching football, he rubbed me the wrong way, and I realized that being a Bears fan would rub him the wrong way. So I bought in, and it stuck. So I remember that I couldn't watch Bears games in the living room. I had to watch them in my bedroom, and I would watch Bears games on a black and white 13-inch television in my bedroom.
Yeah.
And for the longest time, I thought the Bears uniforms were black and white. because they were navy and white
Yeah.
and with the orange.
Mhm.
And so he made it so I couldn't stand him, and I couldn't stand the Packers because of him. And it stuck. And for a Bears fan, I probably watched and knew more about Packers football than most Packer fans. And it was just because that's what you knew growing up. That's what you watched. And and you learn shit by watching it.
Yeah.
And if you're going to dislike something, know something about it first.
Right.
And I can't stand Reggie White. I respect the hell out of him, but I can't stand him. I respect the hell out of Brett Favre, but I can't stand him. I can't stand Aaron Rodgers. I can't stand Aaron Rodgers. I just can't stand him.
There's a lot of people who can't stand him. I mean, some Packer fans are even like that. I've
It
always
was the man bun.
the man bun. Yeah, some about dudes with man
Hey,
buns. I don't know.
love it. Greatest thing he ever did.
So you're sticking it to the man in a sense, the old man.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I was. Yeah, that's what it was.
That's what makes a real Bears fan. Spite.
Spite. Yeah,
Spite,
and deep down in there, spite.
You know, I have a friend who's a Bears fan. Both his parents are Packer fans too. I wonder if something was going on there too.
Some untreated childhood trauma. I'm working through mine. I've pinpointed mine.
There you go.
There you go. That's where it starts.
You know what that reminds me of though? You guys seen Daddy's Home? And
Yeah.
when he's talking about putting
Robert.
a spite baby in the so he has to be a stepdad to his child. I was like,
Yeah. Have a spite, baby.
yeah.
Spite, baby.
Yeah, that movie's hilarious, by the way.
Yeah. Wait.
Hey, thanks for Chris coming on here. This is Underground Sports Talk. As always, go Pack freaking go.
Go Pack, go.